Welcome back to another edition of Catching Up. I'm John Barry, Sports Communications Director at Whitman. Today we have rising senior baseball player Benjamin Seashore-Hobson. Benji, how you doing right now?
Doing pretty good. Got back from work, so feeling good.
Excellent. Benji's working this summer in Washington D.C, where he is working in the baseball operations department for the Washington Nationals as a research and development intern. Benji, can you tell us how you got that position and what it entails?
Yeah. So there's a baseball kind of sabermetrics website that I've read a lot since high school. I've been really interested in both baseball and math, and then how math can explain baseball. And so I read a bunch of stuff on that website, fangraphs.com, and then they also post kind of job postings a lot. So starting last fall and winter, I kind of bookmarked a bunch of those job postings, and then finally got around to them a couple months after bookmarking them and made myself fill them all out and send them in. And a bunch of them are with teams for over the summer. And so one of the ones I applied for, and the only one I got, was this one with the Nationals. And yeah, so now I'm been here about 2.5 weeks, and kind of learning all the ropes and then starting to get into some projects.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you how long you've been doing it. You told me earlier it goes through August. What are you hoping to get out of the internship? I had asked you earlier about your major, your math major, and you said it's going to be go a long way toward, fulfilling those requirements. But what are you hoping to get out of it?
I'm hoping to just have a fun time. Like, I get to watch baseball games every half the time when they're at home, so that's really great. And also getting to work a lot on better ways to both understand what's going on in baseball and to try and improve some things with the Nationals. And then also to kind of get a sense of whether this is a career that I want to do more of in the future, by seeing more of what the day-to-day stuff is like, working in baseball analytics or sports analytics in general, and whether that's a way, whether that's kind of like the side of math that I want to go into in the adult part of my life.
What are you enjoying most about it right now? I know you're a couple weeks in. What are your thoughts?
It's been really nice to kind of see myself improving day over day. Like, we had a kind of a Zoom meeting today with me and the two other interns who are doing R&D, where we went over some things, and they were all things that I didn't know 2.5 weeks ago, and now half of them were things that I do know now. From a kind of a coding perspective, coding in R, which I'd done some of in an intro to data science class with Marina at Whitman last fall, and that was kind of what made me feel like I had the skills to apply for this job. And so then once I got it, really ramping those skills up is quite fun. And then also getting to be around baseball, have baseball conversations, at work every day with other people who have lots of thoughts about baseball and are really interested in things. I love baseball.
So, people watching here, they hear you're interning for the Washington Nationals, and immediately what comes to mind is the product on the field. Talk about what your work at the Nationals does in relation to, performance on the field and what people see when they turn on the TV and watch the Nationals.
Yeah. I mean, my work specifically, or R&D in general, because my work specifically so far has been, finding where everything is. But the R&D in general is, they kind of described it as like finding little edges everywhere. So finding maybe a little edge to decide which reliever to bring in based on, the matchups with the hitters, or for player acquisition, finding players that project to be a little bit better, because every team has their R&D department and is trying to find these little edges. And so if we can find little edges that either get slightly better players onto the Nationals or get the players who are on the Nationals to be used in slightly better ways, ways that are more advantageous for them that can hopefully help win more games. And, winning games is fun. And for the Nationals makes money. So.
Of course. How you liking DC so far? I know you're a West Coast guy, right?
Yeah, it's hot and humid. I walked outside a couple of days ago and it felt exactly like walking out of a shower, but you forgot to turn the fan on. And so just like 75 degrees, but raining. That's the cool days. So it's an adjustment, but I think it'll be a local just in time to come back to the other Washington. That's the other thing. I tell everyone here, they're like, "Oh, where do you go to school?" And I'm like, "Oh, Washington." They're like, "No, dude, we're in Washington." And so I have to clarify the state thing.
Yeah. How do you say that when you if somebody what did you do this summer? I was in Washington.
Yeah.
You gotta say DC, I guess, right?
I guess it's saying DC, and then when I'm here, I just say Walla Walla, and then people get a big smile on their face whenever they hear Walla Walla. So.
Nice. Well, listen, Benji. Hey, thanks for coming on. This has been great. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. I know you're done in August, you told me, so a lot more work to do. But I hope you have a good time, and we'll see you in the fall. Okay, have a good one. All right.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Thanks for having me on. We'll see you all back in the fall.